What it do? What's happening, everybody? It's your man, Big Cell FHOH, and I see we are here Saturday morning. It's going down. I got a good one for you. I'm going to be referencing the video, and I don't want you to concentrate on the person in the video because it's not about the person per se, but I want you to listen and hear the video. I want you guys to understand how important social media is to the MC. We're going to get into that. Right now, let's get this thing cracking. Let's go.
Big Cell, you a fool for this one. That's right. FHO. Yeah, let's roll. Huh? FHO, FHO, FHO. Big Cell in your radio. FHO, FHO, FHO. Big Cell on your radio. FHO, FHO, FHO. Big Cell in your radio. FHO, banger alert, banger alert. Big Cell on your radio. Big Cell in your radio. Best podcast show since the Misfits couldn't carry on, but I'ma carry on and get the party cracking. The homegirl 7 carats known for text blasting. Get she on the rock if you want action. 800 plus, it's a known fashion. Keep her back up playing cause the wheels cracking. Big Cell can keep it real, what a passion. All gas, no break, in and out of traffic. You see your brother on a hole, respect the passions. Whether they outlaws or outcasts, Big Cell's top 5 when you in traffic. Roger Rod, mind your business, stay in your own lane. Respect others and set the game. Spread black love the old-fashioned way. You miss the West with the South, this a master pass. FHO, FHO, FHO. Big Cell in your radio. FHO, FHO, FHO. Big Cell on your radio. FHO, FHO, FHO. Big Cell in your radio. FHO, FHO, FHO. Big Cell on your radio.
Again, appreciate y'all, man. I love you guys. Thank you for the calls. Thank you for the donations.
No doubt.
Don't forget, man, support the channel, support the platform. I need you. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. And again, man, I love you guys. Don't forget the 5 things I'm gonna leave you with. Ride your own ride, stay in your own lane, mind your business. Have enough love in yourself to have some love for me. We're gonna ride for love and love to ride, man. We gone, man. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Big Cell FHOH, and I see we back in the building. Listen, I want you to call everybody you know. I got a show I'm doing today, and this has been on my mind for a minute. I was going to do the show yesterday, and my whole system just went down, and it took me all night till 2, 3, 4 this morning to troubleshoot it. So to me, that's how important this show is, and I'm going to try to make it as explainable as possible, but I'm going to reference a video, and I'm only using the video for a reference. I'm not using the video to put light on anybody or to be derogatory towards anybody, but I'm going to use the video to stamp or to use as an example of what I'm talking about when I say the social media versus the MC. We are in a time right now where social media is king. You got people making millions of dollars. You got people that have become millionaires off of social media. You got bike clubs, you got MCs, you got SCs, you got RCs that have gained membership, made money, had anniversaries based on social media. Social media is so important to the MC right now that if you do not understand that, then your MC is being left behind, okay? But the bad thing about social media is that it can also expose your MC. I remember when I first came on the set, it used to be a thing where they would say, whenever the Outlaws or the OMCs came around or whatever, the 1%ers, you had to put up your camera. You know, you had to, you put up your camera. No pictures, no pictures, no pictures. Well, now you can no longer say that. Because of the emergence of social media, even the police officers, everybody has been made accountable, or lies have been uncovered. The truth has been shown, etc. through social media. The world has made it to where nothing anymore is private, almost not even in your own home, because they can turn your camera on with your phone laying on the desk away from you. While your phone is laying over there on the desk, they can turn your camera on, they can turn your microphone on. Today, I want to speak on where we are in the MC versus social media. Social media, not social, social media. And I want us to understand how important it is for us to understand how important it is. Let me say that again. I want us, the bike community, to understand how important social media is for us to understand. Okay? So today, I'm going to try to take my time and dissect this. I've been having sleepless nights over this conversation, and I wasn't going to bring it to you, but then I have to bring it to you. And one thing about me, man, and this is the part about me sometimes that it's kind of hard to deal with even with myself, is that I have to tell you the truth because I have to know that somebody told you. Okay. And again, I'm not here to per se on purpose go against anybody. I'm not here to per se start any trouble with anybody or cause any harm or funk or whatever. I'm not going to say I'm not petty, because petty ain't even the issue. This ain't about being petty. This is about giving you guys some facts and teaching you about some things that we need to be made aware of, and you need to understand within these MCs. The motorcycle set has become a business arena. Your motorcycle club, whether it be female or male, has gone from being a social / family / private gathering to a business. If your MC today is not set up, i.e. like a business, and you're still holding on to quote unquote the old days or the old ways, then you're kind of going to be in trouble, because the times have moved on. Technology has advanced. People have dummied down, not leveled up, but dummied down. The purpose of the MC is no longer the same meaning, or no longer does it even have the same weight. It doesn't even hold the same weight. Where we come from saying it hold weight. It don't even hold the same weight. Okay. And that's necessarily not a bad thing. But the emergence of social media has taken the motorcycle culture, the motorcycle community, the MC, to a whole different stratosphere, to a whole different arena. And we're going to talk about that today. And I'm going to try to bring this to you as easy as I can. And again, I'm going to share this video, and I'm sharing the video only for you to use as an example and for you to hear what I'm telling you. All right. Good morning to my man, DJ Vegas. I got to tell him good morning. That's my OG. I love you, brother. And thank you for being you, my man Emo, another great. I got to say good morning to my man Emo. Jay King, is that my man Jimmy King? What up, King? I see you, brother. Let me get these commercials done, and then we're going to get right back to it. No Limit going down. I'll be there Thursday. I'm leaving here Thursday morning. No Limit in the building. Arkansas, Little Rock, be there. It's going down. They are having one hell of an event. So if you can get there next weekend, be there. It's going down September the 2nd through the 3rd. All information you need is on the flyer. If you don't have the flyer, you need to DM me. I will get you the flyer as soon as possible. All right. What we got next?
The importance of a healthy immune system cannot be overemphasized, especially when you're between the ages of 18 and 40. Introducing Immune Power, our complete immune support dietary supplement. Immune Power is specially formulated with essential vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C and D, magnesium, and zinc, with active ingredients that have been proven to help with digestion, fight bacteria and viruses, and generally improve the immune system. Our reputation speaks for us. So, if you care about your immune system, head over to www.geminimaxnutrition.com and we will deliver within 2 to 6 business days.
Say, man, make sure y'all grab y'all some of that Gemini Nutrition, man. It is to make you, for your immune system, has all your vitamins, and it's endorsed by one of our people. So please make sure you grab you some. Also coming up, man, the hotels have been dropped for the Tampa Jamboree. They've been on my page, the Tampa page. If you need the link directly sent to you with about 7 or 8 hotels, hit me in the DMs and I'll send you the link. But you can go to the website, www.unitedbikers.com, and everything is there. Vendors, RV, tent rental, everything is there that you need to know as far as even tickets, where to buy tickets, how to buy tickets, the whole 9 yards. Don't forget, this year we start from Tuesday to Monday. Sunday is the Beach Blast. Saturday is the main event, the bike show, the sound competition, hosted by Team TU. I love they saying. I forgot what it is, but I got a lot on my mind. So hosted by them coming up. That'll be that Saturday. Friday night concert, Thursday night bike night with a concert. Wednesday night, we got some special for you. We just hooked up Tuesday. All I'm going to say is shout out to the Rising Divas and Rising Sons Atlanta. They're going to blow your mind for Tuesday night. We got a hell of an event planned for Tuesday night. We just now getting all of that locked in. But I can definitely say it's here. All right? So make sure you show some love to that and support that. And don't forget, man, love yourself enough to love me, man. So that's what I need from you guys. All right? Let me see what else we got, man. I'm gonna make sure I got everything that I need to get. Okay. All right, let's get into this thing. Social media versus MC. Social media is so important to the motorcycle culture, to the MC today. It's important to the set. Social media has encouraged so many of us to ride our motorcycles, to try different adventures, and to take chances and do things that we normally wouldn't done. Some of us have been healed by social media, by the bike set via social media. You have people that was laid up in the hospital. These are testimonies now. I'm not just telling you. These are testimonies of people laid up in the hospital, and they were able to turn to my channel or whoever other social media channel after being in a wreck or going down and watching those channels, to see us still out here partying and still grooving. And it motivated them to heal themselves and get better fast. Of course, God is in control of all that, but I'm just saying it kept them alive. So social media is so much important in your club. And if you're not sitting down discussing the direction of the social media that your club should be having, and I know I got a lot of old schools that saying, we're not going to mess with social media. That shit is okay. And again, that is your prerogative. But without social media today, the MC set would almost die out. I know y'all gonna say, still tripping, man. You can't say that. You can't say that. I said the MC set would almost die out without social media today. That's how important social media is to the MC. That's how you guys are finding new members. That's how you guys are traveling the world, knowing what event is what. That's how we are all finding out, Tennessee, Florida, Seattle, Washington, Virginia. That's how we found out what's going on in Houston. All of this is because of social media. And you have to embrace it and understand the importance of what social media is. Now, the messed up thing about social media is a lot of people disguise themselves through social media. A lot of clubs, a lot of people, individuals disguise themselves through social media. Because see, that's the thing about social media. Social media can only verify so much of who you are, of who you say you are, of what you claim to be. And that's also with the MCs as well. How many times have we saw, and I used to joke about this all the time, and I'm still joking about it, but how many times do we see the flyer with the females and the bikes and all that on the flyer? Oh, it's going down, make sure you pull up. And then when you pull up It ain't no bikes. It damn sure ain't no bad females. I ain't gonna say that because we got beautiful females all throughout the bike set. But the females that was on the flyer they didn't even come to the party. They didn't even make it to the parking lot of the party. So, but we all know that social media has its highs and it has its lows. We need to start preparing our MCs to coincide, to go side by side with social media. You're going to start have to writing your bylaws with social media in mind. In this video, she discussed an NDA. Let me look that up for y'all. She discussed the NDA, and this is so important, which is called a non-disclosure agreement for y'all that don't know. Let me see if I can pull up one. Okay, let me see. Creating confident agreement. Okay, hold on. All right, let me see something. Let me go back here. Mm-hmm. Bam. Bam. Hold on, you guys. I am working, getting it together. All right, here we go. So an NDA. If you guys are not adding this to your bylaws, you're in trouble. These are just different ways of what they're saying. It doesn't have to be hard. But an NDA is called a non-disclosure agreement. And basically what that means is that while you're in this club and after you leave this club, you cannot discuss any part of the business of this club, the dealings of this club, what went on, what happened to you. I don't care how negative it was or how positive it was. You cannot discuss this inside or outside of the club in any way, shape, form, or fashion in a public entity or even a private entity. And if you do, then you can be sued for slander and libel. If we find out or got proof that you do this. So we're saying this has never before been needed in clubs. Clubs never needed this. Clubs never they never needed an NDA. It was never heard of. Well, now this better be in your bylaws. Let me see some of these comments. G. Wilson saying, "What's good, my brother? We're talking about how it was in Tampa last year. Thank you. DJ Vegas, I see you. What's going on, Big Sarge? J1. My man, Just GQ, what up with it? A guy told me my channel helped him beat cancer. Another guy told me his buddy watches behind bars and he can't. That's what I'm saying. These are the good effects of social media. Shout out to my man, GQ. Let me pull up this thing because I want us to go hand in hand with this video because I want you to see what I'm talking about as far as the effects of social media and the MC. What happens when social media and the MC go hand in hand? Let me see. All right, let me see. Matter of fact, I can pull it up from right here. Hold on. How do I make this thing whole? Okay, here it is right here. I don't need to see no comments. Let's escape to exit full screen. I don't want to see no comments. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. I want you to watch this video and don't pay attention to the person. It has nothing to do with the person. But I want you to watch this video and I want you to hear the effects and how much social media plays a part in the MC. Hold on. I can fast forward most of this. Let me see.
So I just wanted to come back and say, hey, to all the people who have, I just wanted to come in here and answer a whole bunch of questions that I've been.
So apparently something happened with her and her MC, okay? And whatever it was, the MC had to deal with it. I don't know the total ramifications of what happened, and I don't care because that's not what this is about. Again, disregard the individual. Just, I want you to hear the message of what I'm trying to tell you.
Next, since my live on You Funny as Fuck, I think I've gotten in trouble based off of, well, we know that your ass ain't serious anyway. So there are a few questions that I have been asked repeatedly in my DM and or via text message that I wanted to answer. I have them written down.
Oh, hold on.
Have them written down so that we can talk about it. And if you go back to my live from the other day, there was someone who posted and he swore up and down that I would delete his comment, which I'm not here to censor anyone, unlike other people. Post anything that I posted to be messy, right? So I only posted what I posted because I was backed in a corner.
So what she's talking about is she posted whatever happened to her in her club. So she's saying she posted it because she was backed into a corner. So I want you to think about this. Back in the day, before social media, when this type of stuff would happen, who did they run to? Or did they get a chance to run anybody? Or did we have to deal with it? You know, and I'm just telling you, basically, they had to deal with it. But today, in the MC, when you do something to a member, good, bad, or indifference, social media now has the opportunity to have that information. And I want y'all to think about that because she's going to tell you a whole bunch of stuff about the club she used to be in, what happened. And you are now, from her video, get to say, oh, the hell with that club or this and this and that. The power of social media is just brass. It's huge. It's a lot. And again, I don't need to know all of the backstory. That's not what I don't care. I'm one of them kind of people. I don't want you to tell me about somebody else. If they don't tell me, then I don't need to know. But I'm just saying, somebody sent me this video and I listened to it and it blew me away because again, here it is. Whatever you and your club went through, now the whole world knows it and is passing judgment and making judgment, criticizing and doing all the other stuff that we would not know anything about. Now, some may be good for us to know, but some of the stuff we may not need to know. So,
and this is going to feed into all of the rest of the questions that I've been asked or the messages that I've received, right? So I'm not trying to be messy. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm not a person that's filled with drama. I try to stay out of drama. I don't want to be in anybody's he said, she said shit. Even with the post that I post, as far as like the voicemail that I received, I knew that was in direct relation to my live from Saturday. Because there are some people, believe it or not, that have 0 lives. And they live for this set shit. And so even when they leave the set shit, they are, they have whole husbands and wives that take care of them. They still have to be relevant. And to make themselves relevant, they mix up or they insert themselves into shit to do, but that.
Trying to get to it.
Voicemails, my ass. I've been drinking, so y'all excuse me. Facebook messages, whether they be vanishing or otherwise, y'all in this vanishing shit, asking questions about my situation with the club that I just left. So,
see, that's what I'm saying. If it was not for social media, we would not even know any of this. It wouldn't even be an issue. It wouldn't even be a concern or a care. But you feel the need to run to social media, which one thing I'm learning about social media is that let me see. A lot of people on social media don't care for the truth. They just here to be able to throw a jab or to, to say some slick shit or to spew some hatred and some anger or whatever. But they don't even listen. They don't even care to listen. They don't even care to dissect it or make it be truth or not truth. They just, social media is the biggest lie ever told to social media.
Here are the answers. And I know that some of you may have caught the picture that I posted and didn't realize who the fuck I was talking about. And now y'all realize, oh, that nigga tried me too. Yeah, he tried everybody. But anyway, so the first question is, did I report it? Yep, I definitely reported it. I didn't report it initially, but it was reported almost I think within the first 3 months of me starting my prospecting period.
Club business. So something happened in her club while she was prospecting, and it is here we are now.
I started my prospecting period officially in June. I have text messages that date back to June that show that.
Listen, y'all better hear what she's saying. When you sending out these text messages and you sending out these messenger requests and all these other things, and this is the new era, ladies and gentlemen. Stuff is being recorded and can and will be used against you in the court of law. You hear her referencing text messages and you'll find out how old these text messages are. She saved these text messages. And again, this is not a bash of her. Get away from her. I'm just trying to put you guys in the mindset of the power of social media and how it affects the MC, the good and the bad.
I said something to either the president at the time or the vice president or the sergeant at arms. So that's the first question. A lot of people went back and looked at the screenshots and said, oh, well, you dealt with it, or some stupid ass idiot who posted on my one of my lives and said, well, you dealt with it since 2017. So to be clear, I was not a part of True Riders in 2017. I was a part.
She just put the club name out there, the whole club name. So now, even if you don't know anything about this club or whatever, now you're True Riders, okay? Somebody did something to her in True Riders and blah, 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 blah.
Part of True Riders as of 2020. The letter that he is referencing states that there were previous acts of allegations from the said member that dates back to 2017. That still does not justify the fact that this has been going on or had been going on since 2017. I started in 2020. I reported it in 2020. Nothing was done in 2020. It got escalated because of other issues in 2021. And then here we are. So to be clear, because y'all keep saying, oh, well, she knew about it and she kept putting up with it and she stayed because, nigga, fuck you. I stayed because the organization is bigger than me. I stayed because the organization is not based off of one person, him, and that there are other people and there are other causes that are way bigger than that one person.
So I'm lost right here because whatever happened to you was that bad that you had to go report it, that you had to make a police report and some other stuff. And it was going on over a period of time. And you stayed because of, you claim, the love and the dedication and the commitment to the club. But now here we are because the club has put you out. So now it's time for you to use social media to put all of this information out.
That's why I stayed. So if at my job, the one that pays me the one that I have a salary that gives me benefits. If they piss me off because of one person, then based off of what I've been hearing, I should quit automatically. I should forfeit my benefits. I should forfeit my income just because one person pissed me off, or just because one person sexually harassed me. Because that.
So there it is. There, apparently, she filed a report against a person and/or the club for sexual harassment as a member. So let me get to this, and let me say this as nice as I can. To me, I don't think any female, i.e. social club, or any female associated, hanging around, chilling with, partying with a motorcycle club can be
That's what I'm hearing.
Hold on. Can be sexually harassed. Can you be sexually molested? Can you be raped? Yeah, that's a different ballgame. But I'm saying sexually harassed. Let me say this as nice as I can. Ladies, you only have one purpose in the MC, which is a male-dominated entity. Okay? MC don't stand for males club. I'm still against that. MC stands for motorcycle club. But it is a male-dominant entity. Whenever you come around the male club, the MC, your purpose is what it is. You can call me a sexist. You can say this and this and that. No, and I'm not saying that that gives us the right to violate, a man a right to violate you, but sexually harassing you, I just think that that's a bit much. No female could be sexually harassed. Sexually harassed. I just don't believe it. There's no such thing as a sexually harassed female on the bike set. Now, contrary to what she says, is that if I go anywhere, and I would hope that the same thing for my wife, for your sister, for your daughter, if they go anywhere, whether it be a job, whether it be $1 million a day job, or whatever it is, if they go anywhere for any reason and they feel uncomfortable about anything, then they should be able to walk out and walk away. The fact that you're staying into a situation, as she says, that she was being sexually harassed, and you stayed, means that maybe you like some of the attention. You might not have liked the attention from this particular dude, but you like the attention from this dude. But this dude he's a part of the club, or he's a part of the set. And when he saw you, and Lord forbid, ladies, you guys are beautiful creatures, period. That's how God created you, to be beautiful creatures. Big, tall, small, thin, fat, wide, tall, whatever, small, whatever. That is your thing. When you get dressed to go out to a club, because going to the bike set is the same as going to a club. When you get dressed to go to the club, you put on, and because I want this show to be, you put on man see me clothes. You put on an outfit to say, hey, look at me. Yes, speak to me, say something to me. You put on sexually harass me clothes. I'm trying to be. You put on please sexually harass me clothes. So, again, my man Terry Hardy says sexual harassment precedes sexual assault and rape. Precedes. So you're saying that that's the start of. So that's like, so you're saying sexual harassment is the gateway to rape, or the gateway to sexual assault. That's just the beginning. So sexual harassment is the gateway to rape, or the gateway to assault. That's what you're saying, Mr. Terry Hardy. Matter of fact, let me make the phone lines open, man. Is the phone lines open? The phone lines are open. Oh, let me see. No. Yeah, I'm sorry. The phone lines are open for call-ins on this one. My man Terry Hardy, what up with it, T? Matter of fact, Terry Hardy says that sexual harassment precedes sexual assault. So I guess he's saying that sexual harassment is the gateway to sexual assault and sexual rape. Got a comment right here. Or maybe I knew the organization was bigger than the one person and even myself, and I was hoping they would fix it. How does me wearing tights or half shirt scream sexual harassment? Good thing. Again, this video is not, I'm using this as a tool. That's why the person's name is not shown and none of that, the comments and none of that, because it's irrelevant for me. But we're talking about social media versus the MC.
Call from.
State your name, where you calling from.
Hey, Reckless, California.
What's going on, Reckless? How you feel, Chief?
Hey, man, I'm on top of the world. How you doing?
I'm good, Daddy. What you got for me?
Hey, man, I just wanted to say real quick, I'm listening to your thing. I hear what you're saying about Terry and preceding how you dress precedes sexual harassment or sexual assault. And I got to disagree with that. I think in the motorcycle set, we allow certain shit to happen that shouldn't happen anymore. And, you know, the country has evolved. It used to be back in the days where women dressed a certain way, and that's kind of, you treated them based on how they dress. But America ain't that way no more, and the set can't be that way anymore either. If the country going to evolve, the set got to evolve. Women should be able to dress and wear whatever they want to wear and know that they're going to a respectful place. And in the motorcycle set, we always preach we police our own, right? And that's not just with outlaws or guns or with drugs or whatever, but that's also with protecting our women. So if we want the set to stay alive, you know, women have pushed this set. This set wouldn't be the set without women.
Period. That's their job.
So if we want to keep the set being the set and keeping it respectful, it's going to take for the gentlemen and the real men that don't think like, oh, her outfit precedes her sexual assaultness or whatever. You know, it's going to take for them to protect them and to teach the younger cats that, hey, it ain't cool. You know, maybe back in the day, wearing Daisy Dukes meant she was down to fuck, but that ain't what that mean no more. It just, she means she like wearing Daisy Dukes.
So maybe I have the wrong definition of sexual harassment, because from what I understand, for example, okay, and this, I've been guilty of this my damn self, and this is what we do as men. I mean, I've done it, so I'm gonna say this is what I've done as a man. God damn, baby, you fine as a motherfucker. I meant to say it inside my head, but I said it out loud. So when she got dressed and left the house, that is the reaction that she was looking for. But maybe because I wasn't the guy that she was looking for to say it, now it's a problem. That's what I'm saying. So let me look up sexual harassment to see what is the.
I mean, in a sense, you could kind of look at that, and if you look up sexual harassment, because it's such a big thing in this country, you're going to find 10 billion pages. But, you know, sexual harassment is really anything that a woman don't want it to be. And that's the thing. You got to play it safe everywhere you go. Yeah. Because how Baltimore dudes get down is different than how Houston get down.
Gotcha.
How Houston dudes get down is different than how California get down. So what may be normal in California ain't normal in Baltimore. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Them dudes is straight up. They real aggressive. You know what I mean? So a woman might feel different, but at the end of the day, you got to come up with a norm as you as a man. It ain't really even about how the woman perceives it, but it's not necessary anymore. You know what I mean? You can compliment a woman and it just be so plain that she don't even mistake it as sexual harassment. If you just say, "Excuse me, ma'am, can I compliment your outfit?" Ain't no woman in the world going to take that as sexual harassment. But if you get on with the extra shit, you know, that's when it starts to become a problem. And extra for me and for you is something totally different. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this.
The next dude.
Okay, no, keep going. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. I thought you were done.
I'm just saying, every dude, you know, they think they're doing the norm, but it ain't the norm. It's the norm of where you're from. But if that particular woman ain't used to it, then it's harassment. You know what I mean?
So do you expect a person at a club or a strip club to say, "Hey, little mama, let me compliment your outfit," or he gonna say, "Hey, bitch, come here"?
I mean, to be honest with you, it depends on what kind of party I'm at. It's certain clubs where I expect that type of energy.
And that's what I'm saying. So when you come to the bike set, and again, I'm not saying that the bike set is that fucked up to where that is the energy. But what I'm saying, we're here. We're men. This is what we're doing. We're partying. Is the women are outnumbered, and it's a good time. We drinking, we smoking, all kind of shit going on. And you are fabulous tonight, lady. Pretty lady, young woman, ma'am, somebody's mama, daughter, child, whatever. You are fabulous tonight. And when you walk through here and you walked in front of 100 men and 90 of them, God damn, hey, shorty, whoop, bop, bop, bop. That is just the atmosphere or the attitude of so can I say that's the attitude of the atmosphere? So it's not a harassment thing or a disrespect thing, because again, as long as I don't grab you, touch you, and hold you against your will, and I'm not, bitch, I'm not calling you out your name or nothing like that, then my thing of it is that if you come to a party or a club and you don't expect for men to hit on you, then I just think you're setting yourself up for failure, is what I think. If my wife, when my wife gets dressed to leave to go to a party, okay, or go to a club with her homegirls, I already know that it's gonna be disrespectful men, dropping phone numbers, business cards. She gonna run into all type of characters. Period. That's just the nature of the beast. You feel what I'm saying? So as a man, I can't be upset about it or get out of character about, because she went to that atmosphere. She went to a club, and that's what men do at a club. It's almost the same, like I'm saying, when you come to the bike set. When you come to the set, the bike set, we're not that evolved yet to where it's gentlemen and ladies. If you call it, just give me a second. I'm on the call right now. I got you. Come on, just keep calling until I answer, till I get to you. The set is not a formal set. It's an informal set. So I'm just saying, when you join a motorcycle club, that's like, for example, that's like you joining a club and now you telling everybody they can't drink or they can't smoke weed or they can't do whatever they do. I don't know what they do. I'm not putting no stipulations on nobody's club, but that's like telling you that, oh, you can't smoke around me. Baby, this is what we do. We smoke. Sir, this is what we do. Well, I can't inhale secondhand smoke. Well, you don't need to go to a motorcycle party then.
I understand what you're saying, Sale, but I think it work a little differently. The smoking example, that's something that's affecting you and that everybody else is around it. When you talk about sexual assault and sexual harassment, that's you victimizing somebody else. So it's a little bit different. But you said it yourself. You said the set hasn't evolved, which is a very, very poor excuse. The set has to evolve. It has no choice. Otherwise, the set is going to lose itself. You know what I mean? But a lot of it is accountability. But one thing that I want to point out to you is, you a gentleman, I'm a gentleman. We get down a little bit different. We never been the disrespectful, hey, baby, let me snatch your arm. Hey,
all that, we
never been the disrespectful dude. So most of the women that have these poor, and I've seen it, being a P or, doing security at some of these set parties, I've seen it. Some of these dudes is real disrespectful. You know what I mean? And I think that's why the ladies are starting to feel uncomfortable and they stop showing up to our shit, because some of them have no chill. When you got guys like me and you and some of other cats, that you know of, we don't really cross that line too far. We might shoot our shot. And then you're right, the environment's there. You send your wife to a party, somebody's going to get at her. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But you got to get at her with respect. You can't just disrespect her. And if she tell you no, it's no. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so for me,
you just got to leave it at that.
It's just that the queen couldn't go to a party. It's just me now as a man. You can't go to a club or go to a party and then come home and say, I'm following a sexual harassment suit. That's all they did all night was sexually harass me all night. Sexually harass. Baby. You went to the party. Did you leave the first time it happened or second, third, whatever? You left, right? You brought your ass home, right? Well, you don't have to deal with that. Okay, calm down, get it together, let's go. Again, for me, I'm not saying rape or assault. I'm not saying that. That's a whole different ball game. If I see some shit like that, I'm gonna speak on it. She don't even have to speak on it. That's the part where you say the set protects the set. But I'm not gonna stop. If you come to my party, and let's just say I got a party at my house, okay, and you come to my party and you're dressed super sexy, and my homeboy like, damn, hey man, I'm gonna say, hey homie, she don't want to deal with you. And if he continues to get on your nerves, you can come to me and say, Sel, just tell him I don't want to be bothered. And I'm saying, okay, well, baby, I'm gonna let them know, but you know, you don't have your little. Why don't you go on and get up out of here? Because everybody on you. That's the easiest thing to do. But I can't tell it's. And again, we're saying the same thing, and I just want to get it across that again. The environment is what changes the dynamics of it for me. If somebody is sexually harassing you, i.e. they're calling your house every day, they're at your job, or they're inboxing you, but we're talking about on the set. We're talking about you're in a club, you're in a motorcycle club. You're on the set, you're in a club, you're on the set. You know you're beautiful. You know you fully stacked and packed the whole 9 yards. You already know you already know how, man, bro. I'm gonna just keep it with you. Me and you both know from the hugs. We know people position their dick so they can hug a broad. You understand what I'm saying? All type of dumb shit.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But the female, if the female is on the set and she doesn't know that, if you don't, and let me say this right now for all females, beautiful and not so beautiful is all I'm gonna say. If that's whatever category all of y'all fit in beautiful for me. When you come to the set, every dude in there done had sex with you. That's just a nice way of saying it. They
never lie.
So, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's different for a person, a first timer. You know, let's just say your homegirl invite her homegirl and she come and girl, you know, most likely she won't come back. But when you are a part of the set and you're in a club and you join the set and this just is what it is. You just got to be strong enough to deal with it and that's why the set is not for everybody. But I definitely want to thank you for your calls, and I definitely want to thank you for interacting, because these are the conversations that we need to have and get an understanding. Because again, I thought her video was so powerful, and it was powerful despite whatever me and her personally might be on. The video was powerful to me because again, it has all of the goods and the bad about what social media can do for you and what social media can do to you. So. Well, I appreciate the call, folks.
Man, I appreciate you allowing me to come on, man. Stay close.
Man, do your thing, man. Let's go. All right, y'all. Some more of these comments. Let's see. Phone lines is open. If you was calling, you can call back. My man Big SARS says, I thought the issue was how she was being treated from another person in her organization, meaning club. Yes, let's go on.
Like, and whole time that's coming from men. I want to say niggas, but men. That's coming from men. The men are saying, oh, well, you knew about it and you should have just quit based off of, you knew what you was getting into and you report.
Big Cell FHOHNIC, what's up? You live, man. State your name, where you calling from.
Hey, what's going on, Big Cell? This is Money Man Terry Hardy here in Chicago.
What's going on, T?
It is all good, 100%, bro.
What you know good, Daddy? What you got for me today?
Wanted to chime in real quick because this situation with the sister, really comes down to what could be perceived as a Martina Keisha King moment. And we all have our boundaries, man, and these females, they got their boundaries. So if we're not respecting those boundaries, we being called carpet to the extent that, it's time to listen because, these women, man, they're the mother of our children, man. They represent our future. And we are their protectors. And if they feel under threat, in the space in which they're in, they're entitled to protect that space by all means necessary. And so if in fact the sister feels that, she's being harassed, she's being harassed. And so if the club is kicking her out because
oh no, we don't know that. See, wait, let's stop. We don't know that. I don't know any of that. I don't know. We don't see, and I don't even want to get into the kicking out part. What I'm addressing, Terry, if that's what happened, if she got kicked out, I don't know. What I'm addressing is the power of the social media to do good and to do bad, to destroy the MC and to build the MC. So again, I'm using this video because it was a powerful video and it was sent to me. and it was sent to me in another way. But when I saw the video and I watched it and I sat down and I said, wow, this is a powerful video. This is something that we as a set need to sit down and hear and understand how it all works. And again, like I told you, she dropped a major jewel at the end, which we talked about, an NDA. We're now in a time where the MC in your bylaws and your constitution and your written whatever, you have to put that in there and make all members sign that, because again, for whatever reason a person leaves or get kicks out or decides to move on or whatever, your club business, your secrets, your goods, your bads, and everything is now exposed. You feel me? But go ahead with what you're saying.
Well, I think the sister is bringing out a real, and the fact that you're bringing up this video is a teachable moment, you know. I just think that it is one of the Martin Luther King kind of situations where a stance has been taken, and you know, it's time for us to really pay close attention to how we are, you know, treating our women, man, and you know how we are perceived as being not necessarily the protectors of, but the exploiters of our women. And so it's an elevation moment more than anything else. And the NDA piece, you know, hey man, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You know, so if you're doing the right thing, you don't have to worry about no NDA, man. Treat the sister with respect and keep it moving.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the call, big homie. Everybody, my man Terry Hardy.
Absolutely, man.
Do your thing, T. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right, let's get back into the video. Let's see.
Recorded it and they didn't do nothing about it, then quit. So if I use the same logic that you guys are saying, that every time I get put in this position, which happens more often than not, then I should just quit. How is that okay? So to answer that question, I have 5 questions. 5. I have them written down. To answer the question, I reported it. Nothing was done. I reported it again. Nothing was done.
Call from.
Call and state your name, where you're calling from. You live on the radio.
Preach Breed.
Preach.
What's going on?
What's going on, Chief?
Hey, brother, I'm doing pretty good. Just, you know, I like to tap in and hear what you got to say. It's always teachable moments on your show.
Well, I appreciate you, brother. Coming from a legend, ladies and gentlemen. Matter of fact, hold on, man. Hold on. Let me give my legend his motherfucking
Knock it off. Knock it off.
Coming from a legend, man. I'm telling y'all just don't, you know, y'all just don't know who it is, but y'all, you know what I'm saying, me. But anyway, what you got for us, Bree?
Hey, so you know, just listening, and I tapped in a little late. I think. So my understanding was we were talking about how social media can be used to, you know, really either influence the way we perceive another club on the set based on the information, and how its members can use it to either to really tear down,
to build or destroy. Yeah, to build or destroy.
Or an individual, right?
Yes.
So you're absolutely right. So just what I heard, and I heard a lot of the brothers come on, you know, with real good input. The comments are legitimate, but the fact of the matter is, we don't have enough information.
Okay.
Bottom line.
Okay.
So when you have somebody to go and do a video, whatever the sister's issue was, good, bad, or indifferent, y'all right, it is a teachable moment. But the bottom line is there's just not enough information for us to, because we come in half-cocked. Like some of the comments that she was referring that she got, maybe the person giving the feedback didn't have enough information.
Yeah, and that's
So
the purpose,
like
and that was my purpose, not to cut you off, Bree, but that's the purpose of me playing the video, because I just want to show just that part, what you just said right there. Her video, once it's all said and done, whether you know, and again, like me and you, Bree, you the same way with me, Preach. We listen to people not ramble, but we listen to people all day. But I stay away from, you can't tell me nothing about Preach Breed if Preach Breed ain't standing right there. You understand what I'm saying? Good or bad. That's just me. So a lot of times I could care less about the story. Just, what is it? Oh, okay, boom. All right, that ain't got nothing to do with me, and I'm done with it. In her case, what I'm saying is that like you just said, a person that does not know the whole story, but this is social media, it's out there. So now you can say, oh, she mentioned this club. Oh, she mentioned this person ain't shit. And we know now that social media has become the new justified truth. If it said, oh, that's what they said on social media, and the people take it and run with it. There's only the few of us that dissect and say, well, wait a minute, it may be some more to it, or just say what you just said. So again, the purpose of this whole entire thing is to show just that part of the good that social media can do and the bad, the destruction and the building and the life and the death and all that social media can do. So you're definitely on point with where I'm trying to go.
Look, I agree. I think that I heard one of the brothers say we need to evolve on the set. We can and we do, but we can't when there are so many different entities. So we have the set. If the set was the world, MC is the world, and then we start looking at all the other countries and stuff. Those are the different clubs themselves. Everybody do something different, and they have their own bylaws, if you will, that govern their country, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just like us when we look at our society. We can't go and tell Russia what to do. We can't go and tell Saudi Arabia what to do. So if you in Saudi Arabia, you got to follow their rules, right? Because we don't know what their rules are. So I think you made a real good point about you got to really ask more questions. I would have had thousands of questions just watching the video before I gave my opinion about what I thought. Based on the information I have, this is what I think. Because it could be a lot of things. Phil, like you say, it could be sexual harassment might precede sexual assault. True story. But when we look at it from a business perspective, like I work for a company that's been around 100 some years. You know how many trainings and laws and processes we have to go through and sign off on in order to stay gainfully employed?
That part.
We don't know that these other organizations do that. So bottom line, to the point you made, bro, you have to listen more without speaking or giving your opinion, because I don't know what her situation was. But at the end of the day, something I heard when I first came on was, oh, I got text messages back from this day. Now, I'm not good, bad, or indifferent. My opinion is, if I got an issue, why ain't I blocked that person? Why am I still receiving messages from him? Hey. Why didn't I block him? Why didn't I bring that to the forefront? Because when I joined Rare Breed, I didn't go based off of one thing that I heard or one bad experience or one person. So I agree with her point because I felt like the organization was bigger. But you better believe if there was anything that I thought amiss, granted, it would have been way more insignificant than this particular subject or whatever happened to her, I would have addressed it. I'm just not going to do it. If I test drive a car and that motherfucker click, I ain't buying that, boy.
No matter if it's a damn rape, brand new rape or not.
I just don't. I think sometimes because we know that social media, everybody got receipts. Ain't that the saying now? Everybody got receipts.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing without it being recorded. You can't do nothing without it being recorded. Somebody's always got something to bring back to the forefront of everybody else. So you really dealing with a nuclear bomb. You know, you got your hand on the button. You can destroy a great organization.
Yeah, and it's people right now.
It's your opinion without information.
It's people right now sitting in prison because of a text message.
True story. True story, bro. Hey, look, bro, I always appreciate you teaching, man, and you're right. You have to be mindful of social media.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's my whole purpose of this whole message is to understand that if the MC is not, if you don't put SM at the end of your MC, you're gonna be in trouble. Period. That's just how I feel because that's just the new era. If it ain't MCSM, meaning motorcycle clubs, social media club, and whatever else you got to be, and like I said, she's dropped the biggest bomb. She says they don't have an NDA, so I can talk about what I want to talk about because there's nothing they can do to me. And these are the things.
And you think about it.
Yeah.
Where does that come from? That comes from our legal world. This ain't Motorcycle said I wouldn't be in the set, bro, if I felt like I gotta go and put a silver suit against somebody.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. That's too much fucking work.
Yeah, well, just like the same thing, like
That's
I'm saying too, like you just said at your job, you can't say, damn, baby, you look good. That's it. That's your ass. The whole job, whole career out the window. But if I'm at Rare Breed Clubhouse, the little mama walk by, damn, little shit. Oh, okay, I see you. Oh no, I don't expect to be. So you can't say that. That's wrong. You know, I don't expect to. That's just me. But I'm just saying, you know, because again, the environment dictates the attitude, dictates the atmosphere, you know, the whole 9 yards. So that's all I'm saying. But
but we gonna police. We gonna put. You right. We gonna police our own. I think one of the brothers said before. There's a part where we evolve to something different. You ain't gonna come to my house and be disrespected because you got to deal with us then. But trust me, we gonna ask questions first.
But so let me ask you that. So let me ask you that. So let's just say this, okay? And I'm gonna use me and you as an example because I know you. Me and you pull up, and I'm just gonna say Chicago, okay? Our wife is with me and you pull up on the bike, but our wife is with us, and we get off the bike, and the female say, "Damn, preach, what's happening? I see you, I see you doing your thing, whatever sexually harassment statement she can make." Same thing is said to me. And our wives, we know our wives is with us. Do we get offended? Do we ignore it? Or we understand the environment? And do our wives agree or understand the environment as well?
I think that they're going to understand the environment first. Just like on the flip side, if somebody compliments our wife, as long as he ain't being extra or disrespectful or grabbing on her or taking it to something that it really shouldn't be. Because you're right. Everybody got a way of complimenting people. Period. And then people don't know what they don't know. I can be articulate enough to use a word other than you fine as fuck.
Period.
I can use something different. So I think each situation is going to be different. You can't gauge one based off of what happened to somebody else. Like my club brother, I got a club brother that cuss all the time. He might say you fine as fuck, but he would never do anything other than give the compliment and keep it
and be done with it, just like me. Be done with it.
Yeah, that's appropriate. Now, if he doing something different, if me and you together, and you my boy, and a nigga approach your wife wrong, and you ain't with me, oh, he got to deal with me then.
Period.
But it's gonna be respect first.
That part.
You see, I'm gonna give my respect first because that's what I expect back. And then if there's anything else, nigga, clock in.
That part. Yeah.
We can work it the other way too. That's just the way it has to be. But you can't assume and just always attack everything with aggression first.
Well, brother, I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate it. Truly, I do. Because like I said, this is the stuff, like I said, that for me is so important. And again, like I said, I just thought the video was brilliant on as far as a teachable moment for me. So I appreciate the call, brother. Let's get this thing done.
All right, bro. Be easy.
Yes, sir.
They said that I jumped chain of command, and still, regardless of whether I jumped chain of command, the facts never changed that nothing was
Call
done.
from Soul Brothers.
So why am I being held
Hold on.
at fault? Okay.
Caller, state your name, where you calling from.
Still, man, sorry, Soul Brother, Florida chapter, brother. What's going on with you, man?
What you got, Sword? Oh, shit, I'm in trouble now.
Man, I'm trying to make something of this. Okay, two things real quick.
Okay.
I thought the issue was sexual harassment with her organization.
Okay.
How she's being treated by somebody in the organization. We know how it is on the set. We know how it's going to be if you're at a club or whatever. Cats, brothers out there, they're going to catcall. They're going to do what they're going to do. But in the organization, to me, that's different. That's like the workplace. If somebody in the workplace is doing this type of stuff, man, it is sexual harassment. We know how it works with HR. In the club in itself, I consider that, again, almost like a workplace environment. It's an organization. So if she's being harassed from somebody in the organization, then of course I think the organization needs to handle that. The second thing is I thought this was okay, club business going public.
That's
You know, she's disgruntled about what the situation is. I don't know all the details of the situation, but obviously, you know, there's some things that she has to kind of get off her chest to defend herself because she thinks maybe, and I'm going to say maybe, that the organization didn't treat her correctly.
appreciate it. Powerful. Damn it.
That's my take on it, brother. I'm just kind of trying to take all this in. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is. And that's why I said, well, I want to finish the video too. So I thank you for calling and hit me back when we get some more.
All right, my brother. Peace.
All right, let's go, y'all.
So, the next question was, to who did I report my sexual harassment to? I reported it to the Atlanta chapter board, which consisted of the president, the vice president, and the SAA. There were some members that were not on the board that knew about it, that still actively helped me with, you know, trying to get them to do something about it. Nothing happened. So at that point, when nothing happened, one of the board members said, hey, we've been trying to get this member out for a long time. Go ahead and report it to national, which I did. And so that backfired on me because, of course, I didn't record that particular conversation, but I called him out on it, whether he wants to admit it or not. So I reported it to my Connect in National. And then that's where this whole, oh, well, you know, you didn't follow chain of command business for the sexual harassment only, because there's more to the story than just the sexual harassment. Well, you didn't follow the chain of the command for sexual harassment. I don't give a fuck who the fuck I'm supposed to follow. This nigga openly sexually harassed me. I reported it. Nobody is doing anything about it. And it is not a new issue. This has happened for a long, long time based off of the letters that I've received since 2017. Documented. Hey, T-Rob. Documented. You fucking meant it. Let me go back. So, yeah. So I did what I was supposed to do, regardless of what step I took first. The Atlanta board, and then skipped district, but then went to national and then back to district. I still reported it. The board knew about it. Now, the next question is, was there anybody else in the membership of Atlanta or anybody outside of Atlanta? No. There were some people in the Atlanta body, not the board. The board consists of the president, vice president, secretary, sergeant at arms, and treasurer. Those are the board. The entire board knew what the fuck was going on. There's emails that goes back to me reporting it. Text messages saying, hey, I reported this, you know, whether it be the sexual assaults, plural, because it happened more than one time, or when he threatened me. They knew about it.
Stop right there. This is the part where I want to mention where social media and the MC goes bad. What, in my opinion, just happened was you just put allegations that are cause for a criminal case on several people in several different chapters. And maybe that's not what she meant to do, because she went from sexual harassment to sexual assault. And she mentioned that she told people knew about it, people were in agreement with it, and people did nothing about it. That right there is more than enough evidence to start picking up club members. Again, this is where we have to start being careful about social media in conjunction with the MCs. And again, I'm not saying that that's what she meant to do, because I don't know. But just that slight mention changes the whole dynamic of this video. This video can now be used as evidence in a trial. Well, didn't you say this person, that person, this was the president, this was the sergeant at arms, then the national, blah, blah, blah. Keep going.
About it. So to me, I said what I said. You cannot change what I said. Like, we can't backdate the text messages. We can't backdate the Facebook messages where I said to you, hey, this is happening. This is happening. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? Nothing was done. The questions were, what you want us to do? Write them up? Bitch, follow the fucking bylaws. I have the bylaws here that specifically state that, hey, if a member is threatened and or there's physical or actual threats of violence, they should be terminated. And it also includes sexual harassment. But they asked me what I wanted to do. There's text message that says, what you want me to do?
I mean, technically, ma'am, at that point, your personal space, your physical self has to be more important than the club, the patch, any decision that they can make, any form of punishment that they could give this individual. I am never going to sacrifice my manhood for the sake of existing anywhere, or my, and a woman shouldn't have to sacrifice her womanhood for the sake of existing anywhere. And again, I'm not saying, because I want to be correct, because I don't want the focus to get lost. We're talking about social media versus the MC.
And nothing was done, right? So I reported it to the local. I reported it to district. I reported it to national. Everybody knew at this point. Everybody in officer positions knew. Not speaking of bodies, I'm not speaking of the Atlanta body with the exception of a few other people. I'm not speaking of the mother chapter. I'm not speaking of regular members of other chapters. I'm speaking of people in alleged positions of powers knew about what the fuck was going on. So we're going to go there. So those were the next questions. So the next question is, why did I stay? So again, I stayed because the organization is bigger than one person. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than the person who sexually assaulted me. It's bigger than the president who didn't protect me. It's bigger than the vice president who said I disrespected him when really I was offended that he didn't protect me because you're claiming that you are your sister's keeper when really you're not. It's bigger than that. There are so many people that I've met in this organization or through this organization, because low key, I've met a whole bunch of people because of True Riders that are not True Riders that I still love to this day. So that's why I stayed, because I understood that, hey, I understood and hoped that at some point there would be a change. There would be a change because I can't say we at this point. They are a co-ed organization which has both women and men. And you all preach that you are your brothers and your sisters' keeper. Well, nigga, I was your sister. Allegedly. I was your sister. And you was not my keeper, because the moment I told you I was being harassed. Yep. The moment I told you that I felt some type of way. The moment I provided documentation that I was being threatened, you turned a blind eye. So therefore, I'm not your keeper. You are not my keeper. You can't be. You can't be. So I stayed because I thought at some point that somebody that made a difference, because there were people who actually said, hey, that's fucked up. I'm going to say something. And they said something, but because their voice wasn't heard, it was swept under the rug. My voice wasn't heard. And it continued to be swept under the rug. So that's why I stayed, because I had hope. And I'm not a quitter. I'm not bitter. I want you guys to realize that you can't confuse me saying what the fuck I said because I have a voice, because I'm opinionated, because y'all deem me as a bitch, as being bitter. No, I was backed into a corner. I legit said, I'm not going to say shit else until y'all fix this shit. because I had voice recordings where the then secretary says, well, if you love this club, why don't you go ahead and continue to advertise, even though we have all this shit going on, we're working on a solution, blah, blah, blah. And I literally tell him, you have to be motherfucking kidding. You really think that I'm going to take the time out of my motherfucking day to advertise this club, not the club as a whole, not the organization, although they have fault as well, not the organization, but the Atlanta chapter literally thinks that I'm going to take the time out of my day and advertise for Wind Down Sundays. Why? Why? Because at some point, you guys had issued me a letter of warning for posting in the chat, in the group me chat, that Off the Chain is a bitch and anybody who supports him is a bitch as well, because this was after the season opener was supposed to start. I know y'all remember that flyer that we posted in February of this year, 2022. We had a season opener that was supposed to start the first week in March. We were going to have the Scrippers nights. Yes, I said Scrippers. And we was going to have the bike wash on that next Sunday for our regular Wind Down Sundays. We will have both of them. It was a voted on decision in February to happen in March. It was voted on. So it wasn't something as it's being portrayed that me and one other member concocted. Because literally, it wasn't even my idea. It was only given to me because I was the one that was responsible for getting flyers made. And I was the one that was responsible for pumping it out. I started pumping it out. Him and his wife got offended, even though I have notes, screenshots, bitch, that it was approved. And now you're going around telling people, oh, it wasn't approved. It was a rogue idea from 2 members. No, the fuck it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So all of this to say is,
all right. So, hold on. Why are you not stopping? Hold on. All right. So, here's where we back to what I was talking about. Now, we're talking about other club business to the world who has nothing to do with any of it. So, like what my man Chris Houston said when he called in, you were in a club doing your thing. You agreed to whatever the rules and regulations was, and now, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Okay, and now that the club has chosen different, or whatever you want to call it, we are here now. So now all of the club business is being spilled on Facebook. I don't know all of it, but club business is being spilled on Facebook. This is what we have to prepare for. This is what you need to start preparing your clubs for. Because this ain't the first time this is going to happen, where a person done left a club and here it is. Okay, well, since y'all want to know, I'm going to tell you. What is it that gives a person the confidence to tell the truth afterwards, but won't tell the truth when they're actually in the club? Is the stay in power? Is the stay in power or the lure of being in the club more powerful than the truth? Because you want to be in the club, you put up with it, and then when you finally get put out the club, here we are. Now I'm gonna tell the whole world what it is. And again, we're using this video as a teachable moment. Let's go.
Is that there are ideas, or there are people that are literally down for True Riders, but they get undercut because 1, we're female, and 2, we're not supported, and 3, because y'all some shit. Sorry, my dog is under me. So
now she just said every male in True Riders, as when it comes to the ladies of True Riders. So this is a co-ed club. I'm putting that together now. This is a co-ed club, and apparently the women in the club were being disrespected by the men in the club, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Everybody who knows what the hell, I said all this, he threatened us. So after, at some point, he, I don't want to be accused of rambling as the dusty ass nigga that came on my post before. Yes, I ramble. Yep. So I said all of the whole season opener to say that although it was a voted on decision or whatever, that, Bella, move. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I said all of that to say that while this member he's out here sexually harassing people, he also threatened us. He literally says if we disrespect him and the wives of him and his wife and the other people's wives, that, you know, there's going to be another thing coming. Like, literally, how are we disrespecting y'all? Because it was a vote. It was a vote that, and I have the notes that said, we're going to have this season opener. The season opener is going to be in March. On Saturday, we're going to have scrippers. And on Saturday, the wives are not invited. Now, I have no past experience with the wives, nor do I give two shits. But we voted that the wives were not going to be invited. Sunday, we were going to have a bike, car, and truck wash. When everything hit the fan, after I get the flyer made, and we give them a 24-hour notice. Hey, this is the flyer. Post it in the group. This is the flyer. Does anybody not want me to tag you in this post? Because I understand and I respect. Took it as a threat. Because you literally said, let somebody else say something about me and my wives.
I'm not trying to just skip ahead. I don't want you guys to miss anything, but I'm trying to get it to the more pertinent parts.
Be a problem. Okay, it's a problem because that's a threat, right? I reported that. I reported it to the ATL chapter. I reported it to the SAA at the time. I reported, which was Solo. I'm naming names. I reported it to the VP at the time, which was Fonz. I reported it to the president at the time, which was P-Chain. The secretary, and the entire meeting was recorded when somebody literally said, like, hey, I don't see no problem with it. You know, what Seduction was like, hey, y'all didn't back us up when this nigga posted in the group that threat. Like, it's all recorded. So the ATL board knows that there was a threat, and I have the bylaws still, even though I'm not a member. It says that if a member who says, yes, the fuck I did. Yes, the fuck I did. Shots. Nothing was done. Right. Screenshots and everything. Gave him the screenshots of the actual the group me text that show where we voted. Great. Gave him a screenshot of the
infamous screenshot. Be very aware of the infamous screenshot. The screenshot has never lost a battle yet.
The February minutes, which shows that we voted for the actual events, gave him the screenshots for the threat. Yep, I gave him the screenshots for everything after that. So please tell me why I didn't follow chain of command. And I post this shit on fucking Facebook. Now I'm wrong. No, the fuck I'm not. Anybody to feel like I'm included, like the organization appreciates me. I can do what the fuck I do, regardless of whether I have a patch on my back or not. All I'm saying is this. I don't give a fuck what y'all think about me. I still said what I said. I knew what the fuck I went through. I know why I stayed. I expected bigger and better things from people within the organization. No, not everyone thinks like I does. No, not everyone feels like I feel. You know what I'm saying? Just because I might got big boobies and a small waist and a big butt does not mean that I still deserve the treatment that I received, right? And then at the end of the day, now you need me, or at some point you needed me to continue advertising on my platform.
All right, we done. Again, if you know her or whatever, again, her name and her information was not important to this video. So as you see today, I've shown you the example of social media. Okay. Right now, I'm what you call a social media blogger. I'm what you call a whatever they call us, an influencer, a social media influencer. I have the power to influence for the good. I have the power to influence for the bad. MCs, you need to start being aware of what you're lacking as far as in your paperwork. Because if they had an NDA in her paperwork, like she says, I have the bylaws, I have it here, I got the screenshots of the text messages or the conversations back. All of that stuff is stuff that can be used against you in the court of law. All of it. Screenshots and emails back and forth and text messages and all of that. All of that can go against you. And you need to make sure that your club business, as best as you can, stays secure. So if that means adding an NDA to the bylaws or adding a clause in there that says whether you leave here, however bad or good you leave, also the other part of that is colors. You have a lot of clubs now that have members that have left the club or been put out or whatever and still have their colors. How are you guys going about collecting that? How are you guys going about handling that? Because the worst thing that can happen is that you put a member out the club and he wasn't right there for you to get his colors, and now you got to try to chase him down to get his colors. Again, social media. When you have disgruntled members that can, and it's some other stuff in her video. She said she's in control. Now, this is the cool thing. She's in control of the Facebook page, the Instagram page for this club. This is the control that she has. She says, I've been trying to give it to somebody, but they won't give me an email, so she can change it over and give it to them. All these are things that you got to think about when it comes to your MC and social media. That's really how important it is. It's just that important. So I wanted to use this video not to criticize the lady, not to judge the lady, not to bash the lady or do any of it. She's totally irrelevant in this video as far as I'm concerned. But the message goes hand in hand with what was on my mind. If you don't understand the importance of social media and protecting your MC from social media and protecting your MC with social media can protect your MC. We had a situation not too long ago where in a party, a fight broke out and shots was fired and a person, was shot and somebody had recorded it. That video was used for a guilty person, a non-guilty person to not go to jail because it wasn't me. Look, boom. Social media is just so important right now. And you guys need to understand how to embrace it, but you guys need to understand how to protect yourself from it as well. Social media it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. So anyway, that was my topic for today. I done ran a little long. I don't really like my videos to be this long. I believe we had about 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I'm gonna get ready to close out right now. But listen, man, if you haven't got your tickets for Tampa, please do. Hold on. Bam. Make sure you get your tickets for Tampa. We are moving right along. My man J1 says documentation beats conversation any day. Yeah, but now guess what though, Jay? If they had that NDA, none of that shit would be usable at all. Jamboree, www.unitedbikerswithaz.com. We're on and popping, man. Do not miss it. Get your tickets now, $150 on sale while they last. Grab them before they go. Hotel list is up. You can find a hotel list. You can find everything you need to know about the Jamboree at www.unitedbikers.com. bikerswithaz.com. Don't forget, I'm at No Limit this weekend. It's going down. Your boy Big Cell is hosting. Make sure you come on out. Little Rock, Arkansas is going down. I'm pretty sure the hotel is sold out. If it's not, please call. And again, don't miss me. Don't meet me there, beat me there, man. So make sure you're a part of that as well. Again, I love you all, man. And please, please, please find some love and enjoy yourself, man.
What up, y'all? This Big Punch from the motherfucking candy shop. We chilling over here with Big Cell, man, the FHONICKEMMY, man. You know what I mean? All them alphabets, man. But they got all that shit going. Holla.
Yo, man, it's your boy Big Sarge from Florida Chapter Soul Brothers, man. Y'all know how I get down. I'm always listening to my man, Big Cell from FHO Podcast Radio. He keep it motorcycling.
Hey y'all, this is Rob from Money's Car Stereo on the west side. Hey, when I'm not out here working on my old Chevys or putting some music on somebody's bike, I'm listening to the FHO Podcast Show.
There it is there, man.
I'm enjoying my motherfucking life. That's all I'm saying. I advise you to do the same. Do shit that make you happy.
Big Cell. You still keeping it 100. Well, keep hitting those asses with the truth on FHO Podcast Radio.